Hi guys, welcome to my Patriotic Home Tour 2021. I'm so excited to share this with you this year. So come along with me. And I'm going to start outside here on my front porch. That's just a little bench that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. It was teak wood. It's built to be outside. I don't have anything on it. Everything around here, after we first moved in, I put out a rug I just bought. We had a little bit of a storm. It ripped the rug in two. It was clear down at the other end of the house. But anyway, this bench is put up against the wall because that wind also came across the front porch and just knocked it over into the flower bed. But I painted that and I love it, and I will find something that I'll be able to tie on there where it won't blow off. These little rockers we moved from our last home, and I just love them. They were from Cracker Barrel, and those are some pillow covers from Amazon.com. You got them in a 2-pack. I think they were like $10. And I know it sounds funny, but I have a landscape rock zipped up in the bottom so they will not blow away. I've just got a little vase up behind the flower pot, and in that crock pot I have some geraniums, just a little empty flower pot sitting down there. I'll probably put a rock in that so it doesn't blow over. But yeah, we get a lot of wind that comes across here from the back field. Right over here, just a little garden flag, an American flag. And up there is those are 2 fence planks that was put together. It's got a little piece of wood on the back that's screwed in to hold them together, and I just painted those red, white, and blue. And over here, the little firecrackers are actually, they probably stand a good 36 inches tall, is also a fence post, a 4x4 post, put on a piece of wood. And my husband and I made that several years ago, and we put them out each July. And my decorations will stay out for the whole month of July, not just for the 4th, but the whole month. And then up there on the door is a burlap wreath, and I made that wreath, put it together, and that's a little metal flag there, along with some little wooden USA that was painted, a little metal star. But I made that. I was hoping to make another one for this year. I got all of this stuff together. I just have not taken the time to get it done. Okay guys, let's go ahead and go inside. Show you when you first come in, there's my bench. And I've decorated a little bit. I thrifted that Americana blanket from Goodwill several years ago, and I had it on my front porch at the other house. And the pillows, those are from Walmart a couple of years ago at $5 each, and I didn't want to pass those up. And the lantern, I can't remember, I want to say Hobby Lobby, but it's just got a little lit candle. Just above that bench is what I've been working on, is a gallery wall, and I'm not quite done, but that's what I have up there so far, because these walls are just massive. You know, you can see, so I'm trying to just break some of that up a little bit. Okay, so let's move on around the room. And that's just a little side table there that Mr. Fix-It had made. And you can see I talked about having a wreath done. There's the stuff to do my new wreath. I don't know whether I'll get it done. And that's just a little lantern on that table. I moved my lamps, and I'll show you where I moved them. Try not to move too fast here. So I got this table to go behind the sofa, just because I thought the back of the sofa, it has to sit out in the middle of the room, not up to a wall. But I've got two little woven baskets and just a pillow with a gather. It's a covering on that, and then I take it off for the fall. So I try to break down as much as I can by using the pillow covers, because you know, we can gather, 20, 30, 40 pillows before we know it. So the lamps was something that I got from Hobby Lobby, and they were 50% off, and I didn't pass them up. The little firecrackers laying there was a DIY that I had done several years ago. I'll put that link in the description below if you want to see how I made those. They're just made out of little dowel rods. This picture here, I believe I got that from Hobby Lobby 3 or 4 years ago, and I took my cameo silhouette and put that vinyl gather on there. And I just love the little cotton stems. It's funny though how I can't stand to touch a cotton ball. I just can't handle it when you open like an aspirin bottle or something. My husband, I'll get him to pull that out. I don't know why, I just cannot hardly stand the feel of that cotton ball. Now that it's not the same as cotton clothing, but anyway, I do love those stems, and I put a couple of little flags in there for the holidays. Moving on around, that door is just to 2 bedrooms. And of course, we're empty nesters, and in that little hallway is just a picture of my husband and I when we got married. You are my happily ever after. And then that's the second bathroom there, and we did a makeover on that. There's a video on that. So let me back up here a little bit. On this little table was the lantern. And the little coasters, the little wooden coasters my son made for us. And it has, it's actually made with our last name, starting with an R, and has 4 coasters. Over here, there's not much to see in decoration, just our TV and TV stand. And then over here, we have our mantle, and I just have a buffalo check rug there. Usually I have some pillows, and those are actually over here right now. And that will all be brought together later on, but right now I have my holiday decorations out, and I have more of a primitive style on the fireplace. But we'll go over and do a close-up here. That large white frame was masonite board, and I've got a video where I made that, and I tried to make it look like it was shiplap just to break up the dark color. And I change out either a wreath or a wall hanging, and that picture came from Hobby Lobby, and I just love the barn with the flag on it. I just love that. And then also the banner hanging on the mantle was also, I'm pretty sure I got that last year from Hobby Lobby. And then it's got two banners. There's some wooden stars. This little vignette here, the little stand and the little wooden vases. That's all from Hobby Lobby. And then there's some little metal keys that just stay on the fireplace at all times, but I hung a little sign that says Land That I Love. Got some primitive flags in those wooden vases. And if you move over here, there's some stacking boxes, Americana, and there's little Miss Betsy Ross sewing her flag. And sometimes she'll stop and read the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Got a little book on that. And then just above her is just a little ornament. I actually used all of these little ornaments on a tree last year, and you'll see that in my last year on my 4th of July or my summer, I think it says summer, summer video. And right up here is a larger tall lantern, and I just have one of those battery operated candles in there. And then the little sign, God Bless America, came from Hobby Lobby. And then I just love the little aqua vases with the beads on them. And I know probably the beads are sort of going out of style, but guys, I love it. And if it's something I love, I put it in my home to enjoy. And then we'll have 3 of the Farmhouse style candlesticks. And those were some of the cheaper candles from Walmart. And I put some jute string just to give it a little bit of texture where they just didn't look so fake. And it sort of softened them up just a little. Again, there is the close-up of that barn with the flag on it. My husband and I just both very, very much loves that. Okay, next to the fireplace, we're moving over, and not much decoration here, just a chair with the farmer's market and a little ottoman that goes with it. And this large floor vase, all of that came from Hobby Lobby. I think they may still sell that, I'm not sure. And just outside my door, you can see there is my little pencil tree, and atop the tree, I have a couple of flags. And I don't have my deck decorated yet. We are going to have a gathering for the 4th, and I'll do a different video. And if it does rain, we'll move it all inside, but you'll see the setup. And that's in a little galvanized bucket. And if you look close, you can see some of those landscape rocks inside, so that isn't going to be blown over or blown away. And that's a timer on it, and it will come on of the evening for a few hours, and we get to sit here and enjoy that right outside the door. Over here, you see in this wall, there's just a little lantern. It's not lit up. It's on a timer. It comes on and goes off whenever it wants. And that's just some lamb's ear right around that candle. And then the ladder, Mr. Fix-It made that for me out of oak wood. And I was pleased and happy to get that. And the black buffalo check throw came from Hobby Lobby. And then the chunky throw is one that I made. I wanted to make one, and I took the time, and I did make that. I'm not sure if I have a video. And then those pillows, we just take those out each evening, and we use them on our sofa. Those are just actually pillow covers, and I think I got those from Amazon.com. And then this chair, this is a new chair. We finally got this in. And of course, the big joke about it was that my husband bought me an electric chair. It does have a little push button, and so yeah, my husband bought me an electric chair. Okay, right beside the chair is just another little table that Mr. Fix-It had made, and I have just a little lantern because I took the lamps off. And I put some sunflowers in there for summer with a little galvanized bucket. And that's just a couple of little coasters. And down under is an aloe plant just sitting on a little thrifted vintage cutting board. And then let me back up here, so you can see the angle of this room. And then there it is, our sofa. And I have one pillow cover, and it's looks pretty distressed, but that's what you're looking at. And we'll go around the room. That hutch will be one of the last things we talk about. Okay, coming back around the room, there's a little pencil tree right outside the door. That door there is to the master bedroom, and I don't decorate in there. I just decorate on my porches, my dining room, living room, and then I'll be very limited what I show you in my kitchen, because I still have my big reveal of my kitchen renovation, but you will get to see just a little bit of it, that I decorated for the holidays, but we're not quite done. We still have some things that we need to do. And this door is such an odd door. It goes into the laundry room from our living room. So we are actually talking about sealing this door up, and also using the space on the other side to put some cabinets that we took out of the kitchen and making more storage in there. So we're going to try to do that this fall, but for now we will not go in there. It is a disaster. So coming around from the blanket ladder, I have this little cabinet, and this little wooden cabinet is something that I have had, I think I have had it for 25 years, and a lady that used to run her own business wanted some advertising. So we actually did some trading on some items that I could use rather than exchanging money. So I've had this, and it's been a natural color. It's also been painted black, and now it's painted white. It has those little porcelain knobs on it. And up at the top, I just left the natural wood. I just love the natural wood look. And there's some little ironstone pictures along with some flags, and I just love how that has turned out, and I just love how that looks. But yeah, I just love that piece of furniture, and if I don't use it in one room, I definitely would use it in another. Now coming on around is a part of my kitchen, and I'm going to be very limited what I show you. There is, you can see the black appliances are still there. I'm still waiting on those, but there is my holiday apron, and I'll probably leave that for all summer. I normally have gray ticking, and it's still hanging up there, but this one just sort of looks like it's just screams a July summertime you know, watermelon, 4th of July, all of that Americana stuff. And I just took one of those little ornaments from Hobby Lobby and hung up there. Home of the brave in the USA. And over here, this calendar holder I thrifted from Goodwill, and I painted and distressed it. I don't know if you can see. That ink pen was one that my son made for me. I treasure that. It stays right there. And I just love my calendars. I love the pictures, and we get to change those each month. And this one has a little Bible verse. Behold the beauty of the Lord, Psalms 27:4. And again, another barn with a flag on it. Just love it, love it. Over here, I just have, we don't even quite have the plugs done. As you can see, my husband will be putting in new plugs. Got a Ray Dunn Farm Fresh, and I love fresh cut flowers, and I hope to get some for the summer and put in that vase. But that is my KitchenAid mixer, and I just took a little Americana flag and put over it, because I actually, if you see down in there, I keep the tools down in there so that I can find them when I need them. And I always just keep a towel thrown over that to sort of hide the tools in there. But I wanted one that had the glass mixing bowl instead of the metal. And then the tray, the little sliding tray, you just push it down. You can pull it out. You can see that. And push it down, and it'll roll back. And I just love these things. I have 2 of them. And that's just our bun coffee maker, and my little mug my daughter had made for me, Farmhouse at Meadow Hill. And I cannot remember where I got that tray. My husband come carrying it in, I'm not sure. But anyway, this allows me to, you know, turn it around and use what I need there. And I don't have anything wrote on the little sign back there. A Farmhouse sink that we put in. I have a flag in that little bit of greenery, and I got those from Hobby Lobby. And then just moving over here, I'm not wanting to show you everything, but there's a tea jar. I'm going to do some sun tea for the 4th of July gathering. And that little, it's not little, it's a huge tag, USA tag. I got that from Dollar Tree, and right now it's just hiding some cords and also covering over the electric outlet until we get the new ones. That's just a little wire basket that holds some of my napkins, because we sit down with cloth napkins. And I have some cinnamon in my essential oil, and I got that from Amazon, and it actually does light up. Let me see if I can get that lit up. There it is. And it will turn different colors. I think they still sell it, I'm not sure. I think I've had it for a couple of years, and I just love it. I use this thing daily. And you can set it for 3, 6, or 9 hours. If I can find the link, I'll put it below. I don't do their program. I just don't think it's all worth the time. And if you do have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comment below. I'll be happy to get back with you. That's my view outside of my dining room table. Just a barn out there that's sort of eventually going to fall down. Sort of sad. But this is my dining room table. See if I can get some good lighting here. And this table and chairs is called Homecoming by Kincaid. And when I went shopping in one of our local furniture stores, they had this set up with the what I call chocolate and vanilla chairs. So anyway, I loved the way that it looked and I wanted it just that way. And they delivered it to me, and they delivered those chair pads to me too. And I just love those chair pads. I just learned how to clean those because not last year, the year before, I sent them off to the cleaners and they charged me $140 to clean those chair pads. I know, it was ridiculous. So I took one about a week ago and I cleaned it up a little bit and I've just let it air dry, drip dry out in the sun. And guys, fortunately I am saving us about $140. Not a whole lot of decorations on my table. I just sort of wanted it simple. We use our table daily. We sit down, we have our meals. I sit down in the morning and, you know, if I'm doing some editing, but we just sit here and this is just daily. And this is my favorite candle. It is the Candleberry Company and the Hot Maple Toddy. I just love it. And this is just a little metal tray. This tray came from Hobby Lobby. The little frame is something I think I just thrifted, and it's got a picture of my husband and myself, and then that's just a little galvanized container over there with some lamb's ear, the aqua jar with the flags in it, just simple, and the little salt and pepper and toothpick holders. I believe I got those from Amazon.com. I think there's several other places that might carry those. And then just the little short throw there underneath it, just something simple. And then moving on around the room from here is the hutch. Now this hutch is one that my husband made. We were at one of the Peddler's Mall and I took a picture and I showed my husband. He said, well, let's go over and look at it. And I told him, I said, I would love to have a hutch like this. And this is what he made. And I just used some chalk paint. Now he did buy the legs, but everything else, the drawers, the knobs were the little wooden knobs, but everything else he handmade. But I just love it. There's some beadboard on the back of it. And then he put a little hole for my little lamp. That lamp stays on there all the time. The little wall arch up there came from Hobby Lobby. The aqua jars came from Hobby Lobby. The little Americana wagon is one that I thrifted, I think from Goodwill a few years ago. The jars are some old jars from his mom. She's no longer with us. We miss her dearly. And then the little Americana wooden plate is just up and behind there. Coming down on the next shelf, I just have a little boy and girl praying with the word faith up there on the little pedestal, and God bless the USA. All of that was from Hobby Lobby. The clock there was some of the wood. It is a wormy chestnut wood. Those trees no longer grow, and my husband had some of that, and he made a clock. That clock stays here all of the time. And then this is some of the willow, and that is the creamer and the sugar dish in a little relish, like a little relish. I don't know if they originally go in there, but I like them like that. Just some little napkins rolled up in a bowl with a little wooden star. And here in the wooden bowl is just some little beads that I made. And I did do a DIY on those if you want to go and look. And that little greenery ball came from Hobby Lobby, and the sign did too, Home Sweet Home. It's just a little metal sign. And then moving over here is the olive bucket with a little scoop and another little ornament. And like I said, most all these ornaments were on a tree. And coming on down, I found these at a yard sale. It was either a yard sale or Goodwill, and I just loved the color of them. And I'd like to fill them with something, but I haven't got that far. But I just love the little stacking bowls, and I love the color. And then moving over here, that's just a wire basket that I got from the Dollar General. I think they were either $4 or $6. And I just added an old cutting board, some stoneware plates, along with the blue willow and the red and white check towel, along with an old rolling pin. And I just love this, how this little vignette turned out in the red, white, and blue. And then, like I said, the little lamp stays there. And just down below, underneath, I have a little farmhouse truck. It's a metal truck I got from Kirkland's. And this rooster used to be like a bronze color, and spray painted him white. And I just love how grand he looks under there. And I'll just keep him under there for a while. That is my decorations. This is the first time I've really gone through on a home tour and talked about where things came from, what it's all about. But I hope you enjoy this type of video. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. And I appreciate your support on my channel. And thanks again. Until my next video, bye.